Hello everyone and welcome to Learn It from Beans. This will be my first entry on my blog and I'm planning to create more videos for those aspiring young developers who wants to be successful in their IT career, especially in these times of pandemics, where new normal is working from home. So let that geek side of you get out and let's start learning IT from Beans. Our topic today is a bit advanced, so bear with me, and this is not for beginner. I made this video for the demonstration for my client tomorrow morning, so he wants to learn how Docker works and load balancing. So this is my topic for today, how to use AWS load balancer on microservices running on ECS. So today we need to learn some tools before we know how load balancing works. First, we will be using Docker. Docker is just I can compare it to console application. So where your code is running on a container and you specify memory and CPU usage you want allocated on that container. And we will learn more about that. And also we will be using Node.js just to demonstrate a web server and serve our requests. And then we will use EC2 instance to build our Docker. ECR repository of Docker image. So we will be pushing the Docker image to ECR of AWS. And then we will use the ECS Fargate to host our containers. So those containers are called microservices. Then we will be using ALB or the AWS load balancer to manage our HTTP request. So you will learn there how to set up listeners and how to redirect those HTTP requests to our microservices. So I'm on this tutorial, I'm expecting that you already have a basic knowledge of Node.js and a little bit of a Docker. I will not be explaining in depth the Docker. I'll just be passing some of the basic info about building Docker. Building Docker. So at the end of this lesson, we should be able to demonstrate that our web requests are routed to different microservices. So we will see that I'll be doing some requests and we will be observing that this web request will be served by different microservices on the same URL request. So that will just prove that the web request is distributed to each microservices that we set up. Therefore, it demonstrates that the load balancing is working because we have one URL request, but it is being served by different microservices. We should also learn routing different requests depending on the rules that are created. So, for example, the slash order goes to another set of microservice, but while the slash payment will go to another set of microservice. Okay, so here's a nutshell of how the load balancing work with the microservices. So here on the left side, these are the web requests coming from different browsers. So we have a sample. We have requests for slash order, slash payment, and so on. So all these requests are going to AWS load balancer, and the load balancer has rules listening on different path on your URL. So like if we add a listener for the order path, it will go to a target group where you have a set of container. Container are the Dockers that we build. So these are the order microservice on my example where It will process all those transactions as long as your URL starts with slash order. So it goes to this. And then you can see we have three containers inside them. So these three containers have the same set of codes. And the ECS is the one distributing or doing a round robin to process transactions. So imagine you have 1,000 requests of orders. So it goes in and then give the request to each container in a round robin manner. So if we have 1,000, let's say we have 1,000, that means it will be distributed. Each container will have 333 requests processed, and the of course we and the remainder will be for the last one. So you can see the scalability of this because if there will be more requests, for example, based on your traffic, you can see that there are like hundred thousands of requests. So you can increase the number of containers processing those requests.